VH Systems specializes in the development and manufacturing of distribution automation and line protection products. VH System provides domestic and overseas electric power companies with its manufactured products, including the PullMount SF6 insulated load break switch, solid dielectric load break switch, and solid dielectric recloser for overhead distribution lines, and the PadMount SF6 insulated pad mount switch, solid dielectric pad mount switch, and solid dielectric pad mount switch gear for underground distribution lines. VH Systems MV switching products integrated into the distribution automation system exchange data with the distribution control center using various communications networks. In case of faults of the line, each on-site product can be remotely controlled in order to implement fault detection, isolation, and service restoration, FDIR, or perform the planned line reconfiguration. This animation shows how each product operates in case of faults of the overhead distribution line. VR10PR series reclosers are installed on the overhead line to detect line faults and perform protective operations until the instantaneous fault is cleared according to the set protection elements and reclosing sequence, or until the sequence is locked out. VR10PS series load break switches installed on the distribution line, in conjunction with the reclosers, can sense the operation of the upstream protected devices and detect faults, and perform auto-sectionalizing based on these features. The Distribution Control Center collects the status and operation histories of the reclosers and load break switches, finds the faulty section, and isolates the faulty section from the system through remote control to restore power to the healthy section of the outage. Solid dielectric pole mount load break switch has a high insulating capability and electrical durability, making the product operable in highly polluted areas such as coastal areas and factory districts. After the faulty section is isolated from the system, the Distribution Control Center remotely closes the load break switch, which normally is open, resuming the power supply to the healthy section where the power outage occurred. After the measures against the faults on the line are completed, each equipment will be controlled on-site or remotely to return to a normal network configuration. The next animation shows how each product operates in the case of faults of the underground distribution line. Pad mount load break switches are used for line branch or sectionalization. Pad mount switchgears are used to prevent faults from spreading to the entire system by blocking faults on the customer service line. When the circuit breaker in the substation operates against a fault on the line, the entire line will be blacked out and load break switches on the line will detect the fault or the loss of all potential. And these information will be transmitted to the Distribution Control Center. The Distribution Control Center finds the faulty section based on information sent from the on-site equipment and isolates the faulty section from the system. After isolating the faulty section from the system, power supply will be resumed to the healthy section of the outage by closing the circuit breaker in the substation. The 4-way pad mount switchgear consists of 2-way and 3-way protected ways, and faults on the line connected to these ways are operated by single shot protection. As the pad mount switchgear trips the protected way, the healthy sections will never experience a momentary power outage caused by faults. Your solution provider, BH System, makes your system more efficient, stable and accessible.